is, man. Y'all some diehards, some real ones out here. Thank y'all for coming through. Chatty Cathy in the building. Hey, beautiful queen. I want to do some lives with Chatty Cathy too. I definitely that's oh, we had a great live when we talked about self care in the sense of um we were talking about women and self care and getting BBLs and plastic surgery. That was a wonderful live I did with Chatty Cathy and Vibe with Sean. I want to get back to some of that content as well, um, and other things that really resonate with our people. Miss Fee in the building. Hey, girl, Miss Fee has been doing her thing.
Hey, DM, he says on both pages now.
Okay, so he's okay. He got you right.
He always do.
DT, that man now. That's that real one.
That's my
I'm gonna
director.
have to hire him for. I'm gonna have
Wait
to
a
hire
minute.
him to
Wait a
do
minute
the.
before I get in trouble for cheese. One of them the director, one of them the manager, and I mix it up and I get fussed at. So they both.
Wait a minute. Well, I'm
Hey,
gonna have to
so
take it. I'm gonna have to use them now. Hey,
so
you
I
gonna have
want
to
to
share
say
them,
this
brothers.
to you. I want to say this to you.
Uh huh.
I was listening to you as I was going through that, but you was talking about something that you talked with them about the surgeries and things.
Yeah.
Okay, I lost my mother to that.
Right. Wow.
I mean, it's all over. It comes on MSNBC all the time. The whole court case, so it's not a
Mm,
secret.
mm,
But
mm.
I lost my mother to that, and a lot of times, like my state attorney have asked me, "Why don't you talk about this?" I do talk about it. In fact, a couple of months ago, I went on Facebook and told the whole story.
Wow.
Um, but I told her, to me, that is different from gun violence because if you see that people are losing their lives,
Uh huh.
why keep why keep doing it? Go
Facts.
and exercise. You don't see these group of young ladies now in the mornings walking, exercising, doing different things. Go exercise.
Right.
There's a
Hey.
lot of things you can do, but listen, I can tell you, I sat in a courtroom for 7 years.
Mm.
I won my case. However, I learned a lot. And for you all that's thinking about doing something, I even learned that these things are not even supposed to go in your body. So eventually it's a slow death. And you also begin to create blood clogs later on.
Right.
So, you know what? Just, be careful. Just be careful. Listen, if a person can love you for who you are and how you look, and appreciate you, because there's a reason you're doing that. To me, it have a lot to do with self-esteem. To me, it have a lot to do with you may not be happy with your
Right.
body. Love you. Love you. And then there's other things you can do if you want to do something, but be careful. Y'all be careful. And maybe when they come back on and they talk about it, I'll come and tell the story. But y'all like to Google and find out things, so you can Google and see the story too.
Oh wow. That's something else. Miss Tangela, I didn't know that you lost your mother to something of that nature.
Yeah.
Um. So
Spent nine,
that is
7
really.
years in court dealing with my
Mm,
one
mm.
and only mom, and spent 5 years in court dealing with my one and only son. So, um,
Whoa.
it's not, my son was killed.
Oh wow. Mm, mm, mm.
Hey, Miss Fee. Hello to everybody. I wasn't looking at the chat because y'all know I've been trying to get this thing right. But hello to
Yes.
everybody in the chat. I see
Hey,
Chatty. I see Angie. I see all my sisters in the chat. Love
real,
y'all.
real spill is in the building. Real spill, JP. Hey, Queen.
Yeah,
Thank
real
you.
spill. Hey, real
Uh huh.
spill was on the phone with me going to get her some oxtails, take her
Uh
bath,
oh.
get ready so she can watch this live.
Thank you, Real Spill. That thank you so much. Now I'm gonna need y'all to do us a favor. We have both lives. Me and Miss Tangela's platforms are going simultaneously. I need y'all to go and hit her like button as well. Some kind of way. Y'all figure it out. Y'all know y'all got multiple devices. Some of y'all operating off of one.
Yeah,
Figure out a
and
way.
most of y'all, yeah, you could come
Yeah.
to mine, you could come to yours, Brittany, all of y'all, because
Yeah.
most of the people I see in here, they follow both of us.
Yeah, that's
So
fine. That's
yeah,
fine. If
so
they
yeah,
want to go out and go into Miss Tangela's live while we're live, and
go and
and
hit that live, and y'all
yeah,
also go and share this live. There's
yeah,
we actually he talking about voting, but we actually have two topics that we supposed to be talking about. I think he forgot. He been on
nah,
the phone all day long.
girl, yeah. Today was a crazy day. Crazy day.
It was a crazy day for me too.
We
Love
changed the
you, real
time
spill. Love
multiple
you.
times.
I'm chosen. Is she in here?
Yeah, I'm chosen is here.
Hey, baby. Love you.
Yeah, she's here. Chatty Cathy's in the building. You already know
Hey,
that's one of my
Chatty.
queens right there now.
Hey, Chatty.
Yes, Lord.
Troy. Hi, Troy. Gigi.
Yeah,
I think some of y'all I done spoke to a million times today because the streets been lit
yeah. It's been
all day.
crazy. It's been crazy now. It's been crazy. But we not gonna make that lot make what's been going on about this live. I want to make certain that we have we kind of set the tone. This is me and Tangela's first time trying to do a live together
Second.
that we both are streaming at the same time. Now, this is not our first time being on panels together, but this is the first time we actually coordinated a live and said, let's go live and do it. I think Miss Tangela, um, her body of work is very intriguing. What she's doing outside of YouTube is it is it's almost as if she's living her life through her experiences as well as an example of a citizen that she's took time to look at life in a way where she's able to now get involved with how it functions for our people. And I want to we want to get into some of that. Um and then we're going to get into some relationship dialogue. So we're not going to be long since this is the first live. We can kind of, since we're learning how to connect it, um we're going to definitely do, take our time and break a lot of this down. So we probably won't be able to squeeze everything we want to talk in on this particular live, but we definitely want to make sure that we're starting something that we can piggyback off of. You understand? So y'all hit that like button, hit the share button, um, and let's get into it. Now, Miss Tangela, we
Mm.
we know that you are heavy in politics, right? Not just politics, but in getting to know uh, our politicians and the people that handles our, even on the local level. And I think that speaks volumes based on what we need as a whole. That it starts on the local level. Um, Sometimes just voting for your president won't uh it doesn't affect what's happening in your local community, right? So we want to make sure that we get a little bit of what you do and why you're doing it. So go ahead and hit us with a little bit of that.
So he's absolutely correct. On some of my late night panels, some of you all that's on there, you know that every now and then, because of what I do, someone brings politics up. And everything that's happening right now, everything that's going on, we're focusing on Trump and we're focusing on Biden. That's not
Hmm.
as important as you think it is, honestly. I mean, yes, federal government comes down with different things, which federal government deals with a lot of funding of different things. But your local, your commissioner, your state legislators, it's important. Don't just know Trump. Don't
Right.
just know Biden. Know who your commissioner is,
Hmm.
because that's the person that can put some things in place for you effective immediately. Know who your state legislators are. I go to Tallahassee. That's the capital of Florida. And I've been able to get laws passed. And I'm not the only person can do that. Anybody can do that. But what we have to do is take an interest and get involved. And let me say this to you. Some of y'all say, I don't like politics. I don't want to deal with politics. But do you know these people are making decisions on your lives every day? And
Every
when
day.
I learned that they make decisions on my life, I wanted to be at the table. I wanted my voice to be heard. And I got deeper involved. I brought funding in for programs in Florida. I've changed laws. I've had policies and things. We can all do that. But what we need to do as blacks, number one, we need to get on one accord. And this live tonight, we are not telling nobody who to vote for.
Yes.
Because you know what? It don't matter. Vote. Vote. Look up the candidates and vote. But make sure, because I run campaigns. I'm a political consultant and I run a lot of campaigns. One of the problems that I see, so when I'm getting ready to enter into a race with my candidate, one of the first things my candidate have to do is make sure that they give me all the stats who vote in the state of Florida. Now, as I go through that, one of the things I do, I think 4 o'clock the other morning, I posted a picture of, because we were still working 4 o'clock in the morning. And that's because one of the things I'm pulling out is my 5 voters. So I'll explain that to you. You have 1 voters that hardly vote. You
Hmm.
have 2 voters that vote every now and then. You have 3 voters that vote every now and then. You have 4 voters that vote governor and president, but your 5 voters, it's like they only vote for the president. That's
Right.
it. But at the same time, your local commissioners, I hear people say in a lot of counties now, red lights, you go across a yellow light and you get a ticket.
Mm.
You have to pay for that, especially in Miami. You go across that yellow light. The light be yellow, but you have to
Right.
pay $250 if it haven't gone up. And if you decide to fight it and you lose, it's double pay. That's your local commissioners doing that.
Mm.
I happen to represent the city of Miami police chief, and I'm advisor for the city of Miami mayor. When he was running, see, this is the time that you get a lot of things done. When he was running, we talked about this. And as soon as he became the mayor, he removed that camera light payment out of the city of Miami.
Right.
Now, I know some cities, like we have Miami Gardens in Miami, that say, but it's decreased accidents because people, and it has, but they're also making
Hmm.
money. And they don't like me to talk about this. I talk about a lot of things politicians don't like me to talk about, but it don't matter. Um,
Come on.
they're making money. They're making big money off of those red light cameras.
Wow. Wow. And
So your local. Don't forget
yeah.
your local. You remember your taxes. It's your local. And
Yes.
our taxes going up. It's your local. So
Yes.
make sure you get involved. And every now and then, I will advise you all, go to your commission meeting. Because let me tell you something. Me and most of you all know him as Uncle Luke, Luther Campbell, the
Yep.
rapper. Okay,
Yep.
that is my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my brother. And me and him go to commission meetings sometime and we will take pictures because we trying to figure out why we the only two black people in here.
Mm.
And
Come
then
on.
in Miami, what we like to say is, oh, the Cubans taking over because they voting. They're voting and they're showing up. A lot of
Hmm.
times that's boring to us. But if you get engaged, you'll be surprised. You'll make more money because your legislators can increase different things. If you notice people that have an apartment, your lease it goes up every time it's time to renew. It go up. Your state legislators can put a stop to that. But are
Right.
we asking them these things, or are we just loving when we get with an elected official and want to take a picture? Listen, I take pictures. There's a lot of pictures on my Facebook with me and them. But I know some of them intimidated by me as well because I go and say anything that I need to say. I'm going to speak what needs to be spoken, and we as blacks need to unite. Number one, because they know we divided. So let me tell you something about politics because they know we divided. The whites, the Cubans, and things, they play us against each other.
Mm. That's real. That's real. Now, Tangela. Tangela,
Mm,
can you
I'm
hear me?
here.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you said a mouthful. When you talking about, well, I'm gonna have to back up. It'd be easier for me to back up than to hit all the things you said. But you were talking about, before you went into the red light camera. You were talking about the funding. Um, I think that's very important information, y'all. Because this is where we don't take enough advantage of those opportunities, or we don't vote to put the right people in place to see those opportunities for our people. Um, I think that those of you that are entrepreneurs, those of you that um, are looking to, are in probably child care services, or you looking at different ways to uh, remedy streams of income. Um, this is a tool that we barely know how to tap in. Government grants, government fundings. These are some of the things that we don't know how to work within, or work or use it for our advantage or our benefit. And I think that maybe Angela, we were supposed to have Miss Deb up here today. If
Right.
Miss Deb, if
Right.
Miss
I
Deb is
remember
out
you said
there,
that. Come
we
on up. Come on up.
the realistic channel. Come on through, Miss Deb. Let us know where
And
you at.
I miss Miss White tonight too, but I just want to say
Yes,
to everyone, please, please, please keep her in your prayers.
Hercule Brown
Keep
is in the
Miss
building.
White
Hey,
in your
King.
prayers. Hey, Herkley, keep her in your
Who?
prayers.
Yes, keep burning your prayers, y'all. Couple of people came in the building. Andrew's perspective. T. Jisty came in the building.
Hey,
Um,
Andrea. Hey,
y-
Suggested.
yeah. We ain't gonna forget about y'all coming through. Hit that like
Miss
button for
Sexy
us.
Ray. Love y'all.
Yes, Miss Sexy Ray. Um, we definitely want to hit on some of that, y'all. I think that right there is what it's all about. We that's what we got to tap into, because she's right. The different uh nationalities are coming in and taking advantage of these opportunities. But go ahead, Miss Tangela. What
You're
you got on that?
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. The Haitians are coming in, and I love my Haitian sisters and brothers. One of my best friends is Haitian, so it's nothing against them. But it's just that everybody's coming here and they're getting the benefits that we're not getting because we're not involved. We don't care. Listen, I know that a lot of people say politics is a dirty game, but do you all realize that they work for you? Do you all realize that you all are the ones that hire them? And
Mm.
you all are the ones that can fire them as well. They work for you.
Come on.
You know, when I first started that organization, Parents of Murdered Children, and I have some other organizations I started, dealt with public schools and things. But when I first took my parents up to Tallahassee, I want to tell this story. They didn't understand politics. This was new for them. I happened to be engaged all of my life. I mean, my parents, everybody, and I learned from a lot of the elderly people, and I think that's why I'm able to get certain things done because I still follow what was taught to me. But it is so important that you don't have to be in politics because it is. It's a dirty game, but it's not dirty with you all. And a lot of times you don't trust your politician. That's because you're not holding them accountable. I hold mine accountable. They know that. Listen, let me tell y'all something. My politicians go to my Facebook page every morning because they never know what I'm going to write. Now I've been going through some things, so I haven't. I mean, I'm doing some campaigns right now. I'm putting some strategic things together right now. As you all follow me on this journey up until November, you'll probably see a lot. But I'll hold them responsible. But when I took my parents up there, they was just taking pictures with everybody because we look at these people like they celebrities, and I don't care about celebrities or politicians because my parents are the people that's important to me, not politicians, not celebrities or anything like that. We got to stop looking at them the way we look at them when we come in contact. Oh, there goes Senator such and such. Oh, I'm gonna take a picture. Did you ask the senator how they voted on something? Did you talk to that senator and ask them about an issue or concern that you have to see where they stand on that? Because a lot of times, I can ask a lot of y'all in this chat right now how your commissioner or state representative voted on something and you don't know. They negotiate because they know you're not at the table. They negotiate and sell us out because they know you're not paying attention. And all they're gonna do is come out and hug you, kiss the babies, have some food. I mean, I know what they do. I don't tolerate that with a lot of those that I represent. I don't tolerate it. I hear people say, oh, they out there when they running for office, they in the churches, they doing this. No. Those that I represent, even when the election is over, every month, I make sure that they do something.
Come
And
on.
there's another thing that happens. I'm gonna tell you another thing. My state attorney called me tonight. The reason she called me, and this gonna happen, because y'all don't know these things. When a candidate go out and raise money, now if they have an opponent, yes, I hire people. I hire lots of people throughout this town, and I pay them. However, if a candidate goes unopposed and they've raised money, they supposed to give money to organizations. How many of you all know about that? And how many of them are giving money to Black organizations? Those things are important. That's
Right.
why we have to be educated and knowledgeable on this and get involved. Know who you voting for. Listen, you can follow me. I know I support candidates. You know, I work for some candidates, but I'm not gonna tell you because my job as a consultant is to help them get the message over to you and commit to what they're going to do. And then once they get elected, my job is to hold their feet to the fire with the promises that they made for you. There's too many consultants out here that do what I do. They don't give a damn about that. All they want to do is make money. That's it.
Come on. Come on. And basically that's the part that a lot of y'all don't realize. And we're all guilty of this. Where we'll work our jobs and you don't realize that your tax dollars are giving you these uh giving the state that type of budget to uh kind of put those type of funds in place for people who will take advantage of those type of government grants and funding. So we really leave a lot of money on the table.
A lot of money, and it go to other communities. Do you know in Miami, a Haitian can come to Miami on the water, but they are sent right back. But do you know a Cuban can come and they get $5,000? They get a place to stay,
Mm,
and it's because of they listen in Miami. We can't even have a black mayor, a black state attorney. Don't get me wrong, nothing against my state attorney because she's my best friend. I love her dearly. But I'm just saying the Cubans done took over, even in black neighborhoods. Some of y'all that know about Miami know about Liberty City. Liberty City not black no more. That
mm.
used to be a black city. Miami Not Western High School, that used to be all black. When I pass by there now, I see so many Cubans out there right now. Nothing against them because all deserve to get an education, but everything is being taken away from us because we hate politics. And them Cubans came here and they got their asses involved with it. Asians in other places, they got themselves involved with it. And we wonder why. Let me tell you something. When I on election night, and I'm gonna walk y'all through everything I do on election night, I have my iPad with me the entire night because I'm constantly looking at numbers. I'm constantly looking at numbers. Once I see the black precinct numbers come in, and that's your precinct is where you go and vote. I study those numbers. Something
Hmm.
is wrong. My congresswoman even came to me one day and said to me, I got a problem. What's the problem? We got Aventura, a lot of Jews. They may have 20,000 people to register to vote, 19,000 vote. But you come over to the black community, we can have 20,000 and only 100 vote.
Come
And
on.
then you wondering why they don't come to your area. You wonder why, and it don't matter who you vote for because nobody can. I can see if you voted or not, but nobody can see who you vote for. But when them numbers get up there, let me tell you something. Numbers are powerful. I don't care if it's a Democrat or a Republican. When they see them numbers high, they coming to approach your area. They don't approach our areas because they know we're not gonna vote. Oh, your vote don't count. Let me tell you something. In Miami, you can go and watch all the votes being counted. But
Mm.
are you willing to go?
No, they're not really willing to go.
That's the problem.
And I think you just said a mouthful when it comes down to the black vote. Now we didn't got to the point where we are willing to register, but we won't. We have now found the new lazy in it, and that is after we register, we won't get out and do the voting, or we won't cast the ballot.
Oh,
So,
you just hit on another thing. You just hit on another thing.
uh huh.
Because I study statistics, we have people in front of Winn Dixie. I hired some of them people that's in front of Winn Dixie's. They're in different places and they're asking you to register to vote.
Mm-hmm.
First time voters do not vote.
Come
Okay.
on.
And so and not only don't they vote, I also hire a crew of people because I'm able to see who all get absentee vote because they registered to vote. Now, when they get to their house, I had one situation where one of my workers came back and said, the girl said, oh, that's what that was. I didn't even know what that was. She didn't open
Mm-hmm.
her mail. It didn't matter. She was not gonna vote. Okay. So that's not my job. Even though, off season I don't have a problem register. I don't have a problem encouraging people to go and vote. But I'm gonna say this to you all, baby. We suffering. All of
Uh-huh.
us got issues, okay? And that's because we are not voting. I can't listen tomorrow. If they wanted to take raviolis off the shelves in the store, they can vote. They can do that. They make the decisions on everything. You don't hear them
Mm.
talking about the money that how much they put the cap on how much companies can pay us.
Girl.
Decisions. Hey, even your health, your
Mm, mm,
health,
mm.
your health. They make decisions. Do you know how many doctors go to the Capitol fighting for what they know is right? And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. You gotta be careful of who you put in office. One of the reasons you gotta be careful because you put a teacher in office that have to direct what a state attorney and attorneys can do, and they don't know a goddamn thing about the law. Be careful who you elect.
Wow. Listen, y'all, this is a deep, deep conversation. Because I think a lot of us, and you can see like what happens when I don't know if I don't I probably can't make this statement about this because I know we're in this the truth sector, but the numbers will drop when we really start having these type of dialogues. Now I'm the one that I don't like politics. I don't really like debating it. I don't care to debate who to vote for and why. Um, but what I do know is I've been an entrepreneur all my adult life just about, and understand I don't like punching clocks. I don't like working off of somebody else's time for me to work. I don't like being uh limited on how much money I can make in a day. Those type of things bother me. Um, I'll get it. Some people just want their check and go home and do nothing, or go home and do them. Put it that way. Um, but there are so many reasons why this conversation is necessary. And what Miss Tangela is simply saying is that a lot of us uh are not at the table to make the decisions that affects our life on a day-to-day basis. So if we're not sitting at the table and we don't have people like Tangela in the trenches uh holding these people feet to the fire and fighting for the little bit that we get. And I thought I seen Andrew Perspective make a comment about her a mattress. Let me highlight that. Um, these are very uh, and we because you got to understand by me being an entrepreneur, Miss Tangela, that means when it comes time for me to be on a fixed income, retirement, what did I do to position that? And so a lot of you right now are living off of limited resources and fixed incomes and things of that nature. This is why you have to vote. This is why you got to get your 18-year-olds registered and tell them the benefit of and the power of voting. This is why. Because once you get to a point where you can't just make the money you've been consistently making, and you do need these type of government assistance. People laugh at this stuff, but people are walking around here with brand new daycare centers because they got grant money. Brand new businesses because of grant money. Brand new hair studios because of grant money. and
And
we don't know how to write the grants. Go ahead,
Andrea, I
go
can't
ahead,
find
Miss.
you. I know, Andrea, you sent your number to me, but baby, I have not been able to find it. I can't find it. So what I'm gonna do, um, and you may have gone to that other YouTube page. It's two YouTube pages. I mean, two Facebook pages I have. One of them I'm never on. Go to the one where it's me and the little girl. That's the one that I'm on, and that's the one that I'm followed. Because I've been looking for you. I've been looking for you. And anything that I can walk you through, I'm willing, to walk you through it.
Mr. Hercules says black folks don't get involved, but want to complain. That's a
Always,
that's an honest
please.
uh statement, Mr. Hercules. Thank you for coming through anyway.
Is we
Um,
complain about everything, but we will not vote.
we ain't gonna vote. Miss T. Jisty says, I'm Canadian. However, I can apply what you are saying here where I live. Ain't that, see, this is a broad conversation. This is broad and it's deep, y'all. It goes deeper than what you wake up and see every day because you don't, what's out of sight will be out of mind. And what Miss Taylor's saying, she's in the trenches. So she get to see things that most people have the same opportunity, but they won't go where they won't go to. You know what I'm saying? That you're not going. You're not. People are not willing to break out of that fear and break out of that shell and get down there and make sure that these politicians ain't just fattening their pockets and for their daughters and getting their kids to Ivy schools. This is why we got to get involved. Like Mr. Hercules said. Go ahead, Miss Angela.
No, she's right, and she's to just is right. It don't just happen here because we just not involved at all over the nation. I mean, we just, and I love people like Tajesty. I love people like another young lady that we just had up here because they're trying to make a difference, but it's so hard because we cannot get people involved, and that's a problem.
Mm-mm.
I have an organization here in Florida that connects with Washington.
Uh-huh.
It connects with Tampa, Chicago, and y'all know I deal with a lot in Chicago because the organization is called Florida Parents of Murdered Children. Just having an organization like that and watching my organization grow is very painful. It's
Mm,
very painful because it's the worst pain that
mm, mm,
any mother or father can experience. I know a lot of organizations say moms murder kids. I don't say mom because every child have a father and they hurt just as well. My son was me and his father's only child. Now we don't get along, but I still acknowledge because I know he's hurting. And I feel like he probably the only person that understands my pain. But I fight because I don't want to see another mother go through those things. And let me just say this to you all. I never told this story on YouTube, but let me say this to you. When I lost my son, I gave up.
mm.
I was not going to get involved no more. Mel, my sis, Real Spills said hello to you.
Hey,
I
hey,
was
Miss
not gonna
Mel.
get involved no more. I didn't want nothing to do with nothing because I've been fighting and helping niggas all my life. And now somebody done took my child life. So I was bitter. I was angry. And back then, I had YouTube, but I didn't deal with YouTube as much as I dealt with Facebook. Because y'all know on Facebook, most of Facebook is people that know us personally. It's our family, it's our
Yeah.
friends, people we went to school with. And so I would go on there and I would say a whole lot of things. I mean, because I was so broken. I didn't care if I laid down and died. I was so broken.
Mm.
That's my only child. Man, I was lost. And the police began to monitor my social media. They
Mm.
also began to come by. So one day, you all familiar with Trayvon Martin, who was killed? That's like family to me.
Mm-hmm.
His cousin that my son was good friends with, they grew up together. One day I had just came off the street and I tell y'all, baby, I was a monster out there. I was angry. I was mad. Somebody was gonna either take my life or I was gonna take somebody's life because I was just angry. I didn't get along with nobody. I didn't get
Mm.
along with my family. Listen, anybody that's in my life right now, and they're all still here. After what I put them through, they gotta love me because I was messed up. So one day, my son friend, Trayvon Martin cousin, called me. She at the police department. Apparently, she had done got some words that I was out there on the street acting up. Cause listen, I had a lot of bad thoughts in my head. And you
Oh.
all can imagine, think about your child. You can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she called me and she said, Tan, how you doing, babe? I said, I'm okay, but you know what? She worked for the police department. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what it was. Something didn't sit right with me and my spirit about that phone call. And I hung up on her. But I
Mm-hmm.
happened to go out to my front room window, and it was about 40 to 50 cop cars out there. I opened the door, and they thing was 10, baby. They was afraid, and I work with law enforcement. I work with media. So it was amazing because they was crying. And as they were crying, I was cussing them out because I don't understand what you're crying for. Oh, I was in a whole nother state of mind. This person y'all see now, this wasn't that person. You crying for what? I mean, I couldn't, I wasn't connecting. So I let them talk me in to taking me to a program. They felt like you gotta get some therapy. You gotta go to a program, Tan. I had not looked at TV in months. My
Mm-hmm.
son's pictures was plastered across the TV. I was broken. I was gone. I fought for my mama all these years. Now I gotta fight for my only child. And so they said where they wanted to take me. My aunt at the time was the CEO of one of the largest hospitals in Florida. That's where they wanted to take me, but I want to be defiant. No, I'm not going there. So I went to another facility. When I got to that facility, I didn't have a choice but to look at TV because people looking at TV, the TV on. I can't say turn the TV off. There
Right.
was a mother. Her name is Chantel. She's on my Facebook. She's always on my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I ever looked at TV since my son passed. And this mother was yelling and screaming and crying and yelling. And I felt her pain. I felt that. And that's when it clicked back into my mind. Tangela, you have lobbied with the school system. You have, brought funding to programs. You understand how to get legislation passed. You was a part of an organization back in the late 90s when the killings was out of control and Bill Clinton put that crime bill in at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you need to help these families.
Mm-hmm.
I called the state attorney because she got with my family. They got
Mm-hmm.
with the judge. They signed the papers, so I really ain't have no choice but to go there.
Mm.
Um, but when I got there that second day, that scream kind of put me back on track. And I remember calling my family saying, I need to go home. Because I had a thought. I had an idea at the time. How can I help these other parents? And so my aunt, she believed in me. I think she felt something have hit her mind where she's ready to go out and do something positive.
Uh-huh.
The next, my therapist did not agree, but he supports and he's with me every day. I do anything because it shocked him. When I got out, I went home. I called my police major and I said to my police major, I say, listen, I want to meet with parents all over Miami that lost their kids. But
Come on.
I need to meet with them in your conference room because you never know the situation of a killer. And I thought the police department was the safest place to have the meeting. So he said, Tia, no problem. He said, but let me put you on the phone with the person. So I don't want you to come and do the paperwork. And I joke with him. I say, I know you don't want me to come do the paperwork because you sent them 30 goddamn cops to my house. So anyway, he they did the paperwork. And as they was doing the paperwork, the man asked me, what's the name of the organization? And I said, it ain't no organization. I just want to meet with these parents that lost their kids. He said, well, I'm going to put down parents of murdered children. That was a Cuban man. That's where that name came from. When I began to get laws passed in the state of Florida, my attorney over Florida parents of murdered children added Florida on there because everything I do in Tallahassee affects everyone throughout the state of Florida.
Come on.
But when I called that meeting, the young lady that I told y'all was screaming, she walked into the meeting at night. It was so many people walked in that meeting. That place was so packed out and crowded. And that's when I learned that these parents they hadn't heard from their detectives, black on black crime. Y'all don't know what we go through. I know y'all like to fight when a white man kills somebody, but baby, let me tell you something. Cause you don't say nothing when a black person kill another black person. They don't even try to solve those cases. Okay.
Come on.
Okay, I had to put my foot down. I sat in there for weeks every Tuesday at 6 o'clock listening to those parents. And the next thing I did, I invited the police chief, all the chiefs in Miami-Dade County. I invited the state attorney. I had them all in the room because I needed them to understand that you all are lacking in supporting and trying to get justice for these families. And the sad thing is, a lot of the families know who killed their child. That's just the
Right.
truth. But if we gonna stop the killing, I told them, if we gonna stop the killing, you got to put these people in jail. Now, I go to court all the time getting people for different things because I mean, there's a lot of minor things people just go to jail for, and I'll go to court with them and I help them. But when it comes to murder, when it
Now,
comes to robbing somebody,
uh-huh.
when there's a victim involved, I'm
Yeah.
not coming to help you. And I do get those calls. I get people on Messenger. My son killed this person and I need your support. Baby, I'm sorry, I can't support you because I'm never standing against a victim. However, I want to say this. If your life is in danger, you got a right to defend yourself. But that's
Okay.
not what's happening around here. And the sad thing is we got 14-year-olds killing people, 15-year-olds. I had a 10-year-old just killed his own self the other day. I mean, this is something that I deal with on a daily basis.
Miss Tangent, let me ask you this. Just so we're you don't have to speak on this because we're live, but if you don't mind sharing, uh what happened to your son?
So
Now hold
one,
on.
no,
If
I'm
this is
ready.
too
I can
if
do
this
it.
is too
I can
much
do
for
it.
you,
No, I can
okay.
do it. I can
If it's
do
too
it.
much
I
for
can
you,
do
you
it.
don't have to
I
share
can
it.
do it.
But
I can do it. Yeah,
okay.
sometimes it is difficult, but
Okay.
if tears come, y'all just know, it is what it is, but I want to share. I don't have a problem sharing it. One Wednesday, I'll never forget it. It was Wednesday, May 20th, 2015. My son called me at 12 o'clock. I happened to be helping a family at that time because the person's father was going into hospice. And I was helping them trying to get everything situated in a location where he can be. My son said, Mom, I'm getting ready, I'm washing clothes and I'm getting ready to go get a haircut. I never thought, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I put my child, I took good care of my child. He went to college. He met a young lady. He decided to stay up there. Um, a beautiful family they was. And so I never felt that my son would be in no type of situation because he was in a bad kid. I didn't go to court. I didn't I didn't get calls in the middle of the night. He just got in trouble with no. In the middle of the night, he really got on my nerves because he want me to sit on the phone with him all night. Because my son tell me everything. And he got to
Mm-hmm.
sit on the phone even if he met a girl. Oh, mom, guess what? Guess what, man? I met this girl today. I mean, that's the relationship we had. About
Mm-hmm.
about 1:30, I got home and I got a call from his cousin, which is my cousin as well. They were cousins, they were best friends, they were so close. People accused them of dating each other. That's how close they was.
Mm.
But she called me, and on my father's side, a lot of times when we communicate, they say cousin. So she called me, she said, cousin, you talked to David? And I said, yeah, he went to get a haircut. Because remember, that's my last conversation with him. She said, cuz, David was just shot. Baby, baby, I threw the phone. I could not bear to hear anymore. I couldn't bear. I could not bear to hear that I just lost my child.
Mm-mm.
And so I called my friend who I had been with that day, helping their family do some, with their father. I said, could you do me a favor? Because my cousin kept ringing the phone. I wouldn't answer. I said, could you do me a favor? I said, could you come back to the house? Um, I just got a call that David got shot, and I can't bear to hear the conversation. My friend came back to the house. So while she's a Broward County sheriff, so it was easy for her to communicate with Tallahassee police. But at the same time, I called my state attorney, and my state attorney called the state attorney up there. So I mean, I had major support. I mean, Trayvon Martin entire family, they was like right there within like 3 minutes. I have an apartment and I have a home. So I said to my friend, take me home. Now my home is where I raised my son at. I said,
Mm-hmm.
take me home. I don't know why I said that. But before then, he was on the phone and he wasn't saying nothing. He was just listening. And I went into a panic attack because I couldn't understand. They telling you something and you're not telling me. And so when I got to my house, he took me to my house. There was about 7 police officers or maybe more. They were circulating the house. Now, why they was there, I don't know, because remember, this happened in Tallahassee. It's not normal for local police to come and, deal with this, but I guess because I represented the state attorney, she sent them out there. I did not know that my son was dead, okay? Because someone called me and said to me, oh no, he's gonna be okay. He's in the ambulance, headed to the hospital now. He's gonna be okay. But
Mm-hmm.
when I got out the car at my house, the officer came and grabbed me and hugged me and said, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, sorry for what? Because I didn't know he had died. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
sorry for what? And he said, we lost him. Oh my God, that was a nightmare. That was a nightmare. Uncle Luke, the message got out there because my son trained a lot of NFL players on their speed. And Florida State was one of the schools he definitely trained a lot of them. And a lot of those guys took it to Twitter. And so now everybody in the world done found out. So that I left the house and went back to my apartment because you know what? Y'all know ain't no better investigator than a woman, not even a trained investigator. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go to the apartment now because I'm getting ready to find out what the hell happened to my son. I
Mm-hmm.
got a call and I talked to the person that lived over there, the man that he was talking to about a pool. He said a man drove up and my son happened to look at the car and he said, what the hell are you looking at? Listen, I already know my son, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I know me. So you say something, a lot of times we say something back. And my son said, what you mean? What you looking at? They got in an argument. My son got in his car, went to the mailbox. He followed him to the mailbox and he shot and he killed him.
Wow.
So, of
Wow.
course, when you go through the system and there's an investigation, they did a thorough investigation because they wanted to make sure they didn't know each other. There was no activities or nothing. They did not know each other at all. And
Mm-hmm.
basically that is what happened. My son ran, and when you get shot, and I tell anybody this, when you get shot, don't run. Because when you run, the blood punctuate and he fell on a hot ground. I go back to that scene all the time. I
Mm.
always go back to that scene. Every time I go to Tallahassee, I'll be in Tallahassee on July 2nd to get my granddaughter. Um, I always go back to the scene and I always go back and speak to the people at the apartment. A lot of people wanted me to sue them, but they were so good to me. Listen, losing my child ain't about no goddamn money. They were so good to me. They were so supportive. They was even witnesses on the stand. But do you know that I lost my case to stand your ground? Because he say he thought, but yet you got in the car and followed him to the mailbox. But I had a racist judge. Um, and he continued to remind the jury of stand your ground every 10 minutes. And I lost that case to stand your ground.
Wow. That's a great that. Excuse me.
And I think
That's.
what hurt me a lot too during the
Mm-mm-mm.
time. Now, I know the other night I talked about it. Chosen interviewed me on it the other night, and we talked about it. And she played some tapes because it's all over Google. It's all over. It's all over. My life is all over. All you gotta do is put tears and tears in there. You see every goddamn thing. It's all over. But I mean, it's positive things, but there's painful things because I went through so much dealing with my mother, then dealing with my son, losing my grandmother, losing my father, you know, so on Facebook sometimes I always say I'm fragile. I'm very fragile. Because I live in pain. I do. I live in pain. My heart is broken. I mean, As I go to bed at night, I'm broken. As I wake up in the morning, but I come out. I love my YouTube family. There's so much love here. And a lot of my friends say I ignore them now for YouTube. One of my friends I went out with Saturday, she said, I ain't seen you in 3 months because all you deal with is YouTube. Y'all have become my family. And I laugh. I like to laugh. I like to laugh. I like to have fun. I like to listen to music and just move myself away from what I'm really dealing with. A lot of times I have to take a pill to go to sleep because I can't even sleep. The pain is still there. But not only that, just think I have to deal with a mother every single day that lose her child. And so I have to remove my emotions and my story because it ain't about me at that time to be there for that mother.
And you know what, Miss Tangela, what this is really my first time really paying attention to this, to your story, and I'm really lost for words, y'all. But I've noticed um uh when the young man George uh
George Floyd.
George Floyd was murdered,
And
and at
I talk to his brother often. I mean,
hmm
all of us across the nation, a lot of times we
hmm
connect because in the month of May, we actually
hmm
get together and do something. Um, so I deal
but
with a
that's
lot of them.
but that's what I was gonna say at his funeral. um it seems like the list of mothers and fathers gets longer, and Al Sharpton points out who all is sitting there in support of the family based on their experience to losing their child or their loved one at the hands of a police brutality killing. And it seems as if you guys build this trauma bond that brings in a support system to one another's pain.
But
And
you
that's
know
pretty
what?
much
I'm
what
gonna
you're
say
talking about.
this, but I want to say this to you.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are there to be seen.
Okay.
I'm just keeping it real with you.
Okay.
Um, and I love Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton's daughter, we're personal friends.
Mm-hmm.
But where you at when the black people kill the black people? I gotta keep it real.
Come on. And I think that's the part that makes your story a little different. And I was gonna and I was gonna highlight that because your child wasn't taken by a police brutality. So this is you actually experiencing something different based on him just being a normal day in your it was your last day being able to speak to your child, thinking that he was just gonna go somewhere and come right back and someone in the community took him, right?
Like,
um so that doesn't come with the cameras and the lights often.
well,
That
I
comes
will
with
say this. I will say this,
yeah.
and it may have a lot to do with because of my role in Florida. My son got a lot of right now. I could be laying in the bed and I see him on TV. He gets a lot of even in my courtroom. All the
Hmm.
legislators was there, but
Okay.
but the thing is, I do fight this. I remember telling my state attorney, I protest her office. She's my best friend because
Hmm.
whatever I get. I want the other parents to have as well.
I get what you're saying. Okay, so okay, and that makes sense. Um, because there are a lot of parents that may lose their child to um black on black crime.
Judge us. They judge
Yeah,
us. They like to
yeah,
say, oh, he probably was selling drugs. My son ain't never sold no drugs. But I'm just saying they judge when it's a black on black
yeah.
if somebody did something wrong. When it's a lot of these gangs just doing initiation and just go around killing people now. A lady picked up her son from school one day and they just came and shot the car up, killed him.
Mm.
I got a 6-year old. He ran in the house, Daddy, Daddy, give me some money. I want to go to the candy lady house. He going to the candy lady house when two people just got in an argument on Facebook and threatened that they was coming to kill that person. But when they got over there and went to shooting, they killed the 6-year old. I got a 2-year old on Christmas morning that was playing his game on TV. The
Right.
bullet came to the house, it killed him. I got an 8-year old. It was after his daddy. But they saw his daddy wasn't in the yard and they shot it up. And his daughter was hanging over a balcony with nothing but blood running down. I'm talking about babies now.
Mm. Mm. And
Black
so let's
people today do not
yeah.
care about life.
Come on, that's what Special K is saying. And you know what? This is why. See, in those this is why you got to be careful and real delicate with people because you don't know what. I used to say this when I used to preach that you don't know what it took for somebody to get up. You don't know what it took for somebody to find rest and go to sleep. You don't. We don't know how people's day starts and begin and in that fashion. And and but you understand. So you got to be able to see them for what type of strength it took. You see, there's a certain strength. There's a certain thing that said, you know what, I gotta make it. I gotta get myself together. They used to call it press your way. You got to sometimes press your way through your day. Um, Tangela, I don't know what strength is keeping you afloat, but there is a strength in you, you know,
You
because
know, I don't know
you wasn't
either.
supposed to bury your child. Your child was supposed to bury you, but somehow you're still finding strength day to day, and now you have become the voice of your pain to help other people through their pain, um, through the same pain, because now you have empathy. You have a connection that now you're the one to free them from the pain.
It's not easy. It is not easy at all.
Mm.
It's not easy. And you know, I only had one child, so I think about myself getting older. It's like,
Mm.
damn, who gonna make the best decisions for me? Cause he don't he love his mama. He got on my nerves. Cause god damn, we go to the gas station. Somebody say, "Hey, mom, you know him?" You know he was protected. He was an overprotective person, and I miss him every day. I miss him every single day. And I just thank God that I have a granddaughter that looks just like him, acts just like him.
Mm.
In fact, I'm going to get her on July 2nd. She's taking she's in the ninth grade. She's headed to the 10th grade, but she's doing some classes over at FAMU right now. Um,
Mm.
so I'm getting it on the second. Remember, I told you we're going on a cruise on the 6th, and that's the thing. That sometimes bother me as well because we do a cruise as a family, and
Right.
he's definitely missed. And then watching his daughter, like on Father's Day, it was hard for me. Yeah, because I missed my father, but my father was very ill. But
Mm-hmm.
I look at her and it's like she's broken down to me several times, saying to me, "What happened to my daddy?" She even
Mm-hmm.
pointed a man out one day and told me, "That's who killed my daddy." But it wasn't. And I told her, no, it wasn't that person. I sat her down with the detective, and I was a different type of person. When I lost my son, I made sure that his daughter mother had access and was engaged, had the prosecutor number and everything, because he loved her. I know this. He loved her. Now there was a at the funeral. I haven't watched the funeral yet, and I really don't remember what was going on. But at the funeral, they said a girl fell in front of the casket, and Lord, his baby mama was, oh Lord, about to have a fit. And but her picture and her daughter picture was there, because I tell people, I can't say what my son did, and I can't say who he didn't talk to, but I can say that he told me he loved her,
Mm.
and she's a good mother. I thank God for her. She's over a department over at FAMU. Um, her parents have 4 kids. All of them have their degrees, and they're just such an inspiration. In fact, one of them work on CNN. A beautiful family. So I'm always thanking God, because being over this organization, Parents of Murdered Children, there's some horror stories. In
Yeah.
fact, I think I was telling DT the other day, some of the parents asked me, because grandparents don't have no rights, but I'm blessed. I'm always with my granddaughter, but grandparents don't have any rights. And someone asked me, Tan, could you get a law in place where we can have rights? Y'all, I want to tell y'all, I'm willing to do that, but the fear that I keep thinking, it's been 2 years, I haven't put it in yet. The fear is some of them may find out that that child not their son child.
Come on. Come on. I'm telling you, I watch Paternity Court and all of the above, and it is very frightening. I seen a couple get into the for paternity court there in Atlanta, and they was the child, their son was murdered, and the baby mama was there, trying to get the paternity to see if that grandparents were the parents to the the grandbaby, the little baby, and there was a way for them to still do the DNA testing off the
Right.
grandparents, because if there's a match, then that means that they are the grand that their son was the father, and they attempted to do this testing and reveal it in court there, and come to find out he was not. They were not the grandparents to that child.
Only reason, because see, let me tell you about when you lose a child. So when you lose a child, I hear some of my parents say, "Oh, I don't see my grand no more. She don't bring them no more." Because with a woman, it's easy for you to end up falling in love with another man.
Mm-hmm.
But for a mother, that's a lifetime loss for us.
Can you hear me, Tangela?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, because you went out. So Tangela, you really showed her a lot of the burden and the weight, of being the trendsetter or the 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 person that's um chosen to somewhat get support in areas where there has not been support.
Listen,
To
let me
get
tell y'all
Yeah,
something. You are
go
let
ahead.
me tell you something. You are absolutely correct. I cuss the police departments out. I cuss the
Mm-hmm.
police chief out. I cuss the state attorney. I go all out for these parents. Now,
Mm-hmm.
about 3 years ago, I was in Tallahassee and we did a march. And when we marched, the courthouse is right in front of the Capitol, and I broke. That was the first time my parents seen me break. And I remember the senator picking me up, putting me over his shoulder, and he said it was hundreds and hundreds of parents. And he said to them, she's been toting all of y'all on her shoulders.
Mm-mm-mm.
She's been toting y'all. She fight for y'all. She done got laws passed for y'all. Listen, you have up to goddamn a year one time to get counseling through the state when you lose your kid.
Mm-hmm.
I switched that. It's 3 years now. Okay. And I'm gonna get it the more, but you know you have to pluck at things when you're dealing with politics. So it's
Right.
3 years now. So I'll get it the more. I meet with my attorney general here, and I'll tell you all. This might shock y'all, and this might surprise y'all. I'm a Democrat, but when it come to killings, baby, them Republicans support us. They support. They want them people in jail.
Mm.
Democrats want to give them another chance, and I'm just keeping it real.
And I think you're right.
Tell your story, Mel,
Mm-hmm.
baby. Tell your story. If we have
Mm-hmm.
to do a live tomorrow, tell your story. Because a lot of times what I learned, as painful as it is to discuss it, it helps someone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is gonna give people the courage to break through some things that they've been bound with. The things that they've been holding in captivity with, and you don't understand why your emotions are everywhere. I think Tangela is about to really, really help break open that door for a lot of uh, unhealed women and men to deal with some things that they have not been able to really deal with and feel comfortable dealing with. This woman came here to this live. This live was supposed to be about politics and relationships, but her story is so intriguing and captivating to and it connects her to the politics in the community based on a lot of her purpose now. And so I think that now we I just this live alone, we about to this is this is so deep and rich, and it's and sometimes it's the timing of things, y'all. Tangela, the timing of her healing process is about to now overspill to other people. And now I think, I don't know how loud her voice has been in the past, but it's about to get louder. So I'm telling y'all, all of y'all that's been dealing with this type of secret pain that you've been dealing with in secret, it's time to get ready to tell your story. It's time to get ready to be healed. And I think Tangela is about to be the voice and the leader of that. So I want y'all to get ready to come to this live. I want y'all to get ready to flood this live. A lot of your family members need to be a part of this type of of live that we hearing from this courageous woman that that's telling a story that is almost she probably really needed a spokesperson to tell it, but somewhere she found strength to tell her own story on this platform without breaking down. That is amazing. So I'm just telling you, Tangela, I'm blown away. And I I mean we gonna have to redo this. We're gonna have to.
And Mel, you bringing it out, baby. I'll talk
We
to
gonna
you in
have
the
to redo
morning.
this.
I'm gonna talk to you in the morning. You see, and that's what I like. Like Mel is saying now, she's ready to tell her story. That's
Yes.
what I want to be able to do. Encourage people because we're able to help people a lot of times. It's hard. I can tell y'all right now, I'm talking to y'all, but tears are rolling.
Mm.
It's hard. It hurt. It's painful. And I'm gonna say this to y'all. Y'all might not even know this. I get in trouble by the community, my family, my friends. I get in trouble because sometimes I go 2 weeks and they don't hear from me. I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like talking. I go into a depression, but you know what? Y'all hear from me. Come on here and I deal with y'all. That's why
Yep.
I'm so happy me and Mel patched up what we had because I love people. I love people. And that's my sis. And you're going to
Come
hear
on
from me in
now.
the morning because Mel, we're going to talk about it. And you're
We
going to
we
talk
we
about
want to we gonna bring this story on. We gonna bring y'all stories to light.
it. That's
Miss
right.
Mel, we want Special K. Please share this live. Please, anyone who
Let's
wants to share this
stop
live, share
all the. Let me tell you,
share this
I
live.
was talking to Gorgeous tonight, and one of the things I said to Gorgeous, there is so much that go on in this world. Why is everybody attacking and want to fight and want to this? Listen, I know people got lives and got millions of supporters, but they don't attack nobody. You don't have to attack nobody. That's hatred in you, man. That hatred out of you. That's why I love my sis Mel. Listen, even today, Mel texts me, I love you, sis. I love you too. Because number one, we never really did nothing to each other. And
Mm-hmm.
others need to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn who got a problem with, oh, she this and she. I don't give a damn. Sometimes you are treated the way you treat people.
That's it, Tangela. And I think we gotta recognize that it is almost uh hard to realize believe what it is. I mean, people would rather they they rather see drama. They rather see people um going at each other than to see positivity. Um and it she just said it. That to me that is the only way we're judged anyway, is how we treat one another. I don't believe that we're going to hell or we're going to this to that because of you didn't make it to church on Sunday. I believe it's based on how you treat your neighbor. That's
Right.
what God is looking to see. It how you treat the one. How can you say you love him whom you never seen, but you can't love your neighbor who you see every day? This is or your brother who you see every day. That's how you're going to be judged. So we got to stop this nonsense thinking that it doesn't matter. It do matter. It
Right.
do matter how you treat your siblings. It do matter how you treat your aunties and your uncles. It do matter how you treat your parents. The scripture says to honor them so your days will be long on the earth. And there was something that came up about Kobe Bryant and how he treated his parents. And I had to think about it because the young man that was talking about it said the same scripture to honor your mother and your father for your days will be long on the earth. And we understand how he the rip that came in between him and his parents, and how he left here with that divide, and he left here earlier than um he should have. And this is sometimes part of it, y'all. We can't take a day for granted. We cannot take life for granted. And what Tangela just said, sometimes you need a pill to lay down. We can't take your next breath for granted. You understand me? So oftentimes we are so far off of what we should be doing in life because we are too busy looking for negativity. And I think that this live is about to open some wounds that need to. I'm telling you, y'all, those that has been hurt and going through pain, and you going through depression, you going through all kind of trauma. That it's time to get ready to get that out of you. It is time to get the healing you need. And I think Tangela's just started something on this. I'm not gonna lie.
And it's
I think.
important because
Mm-hmm.
y'all, there's plenty nights. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
honest with y'all. I used to talk about it on Facebook. There's
Mm-hmm.
plenty nights I used to say, I'm not gonna do nothing to hurt myself, but it really didn't matter if I went to sleep and never woke up again, because I'll be with my child. That's what I felt. So when I come on here, y'all never seen me come on here attacking nobody. Y'all
Mm.
never seen me come on here fighting with nobody. I don't do that.
Mm.
I'm not
Mm.
into
Mm.
that, okay? I love people. Now you may have people that have issues with me, but you know what? Ask them what did I do to them? Nothing, because I'm good to people. That's why the other night, because me and Mel did not just speak the other night because y'all saw us on live. Mel and I cleared that like a day or two right after that.
Mm.
But
Mm. Mm.
people like to keep shit going. So it was
Mm.
important. And the sad thing is, people got issues, but you don't know them like I know. I don't give a damn. I want peace.
Part of part of dealing with people who's been through things, and it's not to say that you got to put up with everything, but there should be some long suffering. You understand? You should be able to handle people who are going through, and not be judged based on how they are going through. Um, I don't. That's why I have a no judgment zone, y'all. I try to make sure before I cast any judgment that I understand why they move the way they move, why they operate the way they operate. I think that's important because we don't know. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know why I love on people the way I love on people because um somebody said, "Well, D-Ham, you a crybaby." Well, you don't know why I cry. You know, these are the things we don't understand because I've been through some things. You know, I had to live through some things, and I had to be embraced by those that or I had to embrace those that have been prejudged and judged, and my sister and my mother and those that had to live their life, and I was their covering, I was their protector. This is what I've been. So I just don't like, I don't like to just look at what people are doing and then automatically say I ain't effing with you or I don't want nothing to deal with you. No, I want to know why.
Right.
I do. I do because without an understanding their why, you're leaving. You don't know if that person is the link to carry you through something because you don't cut them off too soon, or you didn't give them an opportunity to explain their story. This is why I'm so glad Tangela came to this live today. This is
And
why we
I
fought
wanna
all day to get this live together.
we
Go
did
ahead,
because
Tangela.
we were supposed to go on at one. But I wanna say this too, even I've never talked about this, but even in a court case, okay, so I was working for the mayor at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the mayor that I was working with, he's a drama person, okay? And because he's a drama person, media was always on him. So what happened is I used to have to be with him a lot of times. And the most painful thing was this was during my mother's death. When they came to him, they would come and want to question me too. So what I on my job, I didn't want to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved my job. I love what I did. I love what I do. And so I remember going to the courts asking them for a hearing. I wanted a gag order because I wanted the media to leave me alone on my job. And because I mean, y'all can look at it. It was a humongous story. Okay, it went even out the country. And so I went to court. And you'll be surprised of what you watch. Be careful, everybody. You don't even know you watch. But even though you watch, there's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a newspaper called the New Times. Now the New Times is I'm scared of them, okay? One of the ugliest papers in the world where they have investigational reporters, okay? Which mean they
Mm-hmm.
go deep. They have done stories on me and blessings. And I'll post one of the stories they did yesterday, and I'll post it tonight when we get off live. Y'all read it. You'll probably learn a lot about my life. Um, they did stories, but the investigative reporter that used to deal with me a lot, he was going over to the county as an auditor. So he accepted another job, but he wanted me to meet the person that was replacing him. Now, so happened the person that was replacing him, I already knew her because she had
Mm-hmm.
covered stories on me in another paper. But we just never found the time to get together. And one day, I was leaving the mayor's office, going downstairs, and she happened to be walking in the building, and she said, "Oh, Tangela, please, can we talk, please? I just want to meet you." She never mentioned nothing about my mother. Never. So I said to her, I'm on the way to Broward because I went, whenever there's a case and the state is completed with, the investigation, it's called a discovery package. The
Mm-hmm.
discovery package, for those that don't know, it just rolls out everything in the case,
The
everything
evidence.
place, all evidence. So
Mm-hmm.
I went to pick it up because see, I had my state attorney talking to me and educating me on what to do and what to get. So I went to pick it up. So I said to her, this was when I tell y'all this was so innocent. I said, baby, what you can do, I gotta run to Broward right now and I'm coming right back. You wanna ride with me? She said yes. Now I'm leaving my office. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to Broward because it was my mom case was in Broward. So I go to Broward state attorney's office. She stay in the car. I go pick the box up. I bring it to the car. When I went and requested a gag order, every media outlet, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, local news channels, paper medias, they was all in there against me. What shocked the hell out of me was they said to me, one of the attorneys said on the defense, he said, Miss Spears, when you rode to pick up the Discovery package, who was in the car with you? I mean, it wasn't no big thing. Andrew was in the car with me. I mean, okay. Well, what we notice is that is the only newspaper in America that have not written anything about your mother. So my question is, did you negotiate something with them to give them information from the city of Miami and politics and they won't write anything? I mean, that thing shocked the hell out of me. And the defense attorneys would ask me questions. And I remember one time having to say to them, listen, 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 listen. They wanted to say, aren't you answering the questions that the prosecutor have told you to answer? I told them the prosecutor can't tell me to answer nothing. The prosecutor don't know my mama. He just happened to be the prosecutor on the case. You don't know my mama. You just happen to be the defense attorney for the person that took her life. Okay. Um, so therefore, I mean, I really had to get with them. They thought I was an attorney in there, honestly, and it was maybe because I've been around so many attorneys. But I told them, no, I was not her friend. I was her daughter. And because I was a daughter, she may not share everything with me that she would share with her friends.
Hmm. And that's correct. That's powerful. Um, that's very powerful. So what was their point as far as trying to trying to make it seem as if there was a conspiracy to hide evidence?
It wasn't a conspiracy that's not evidence. They said that that media wouldn't do a story because I gave them political information, and that wasn't true. Because number one, I was committed to my boss. I was loyal to my boss, so it wasn't nobody getting no information out of there from my boss. And my role in working with the mayor was to take care of the black community. That was my job.
Right. And that means something because you see you can tell that basically you're very much uh purpose to be where what you're doing, and that doesn't come without um resistance. You understand? So basically you actually had to overcome so much, and you still have to overcome so much, you know because people is always trying to figure out a way to uh target what what I'm saying, to try to put holes in, especially in our community. They want to make sure that they can find something wrong, you know, to keep us down, to keep us back, or to keep people from feeling like they can't, that we don't have a good representation, you know. So I just think that you're very transparent today to just let us know what all you go through.
Go through a lot. I deal with I'm represent our teachers union here. Y'all know teachers don't get paid.
Mm,
So I have to go and I have to fight for that. I have a parent organization that deals with I was educated by an older person not to be a part of the PTSA in the school because a lot of times the principals want to be your friend and it prevents you from going to the school board meetings or saying what needs to be said. So know what I did when my son was in high school? I created my own parent organization, and I probably had more parents than every PTSA had out there. I also had a program called Coalition of Concerned Parents. No, not I had that. That was the school system. But I had another one. My brother, I lost my brother to AIDS. And when I lost my brother to AIDS from a married man, from a married man. So y'all be careful. From a married man. That's who he was infected by, a married man. And
Mm-mm.
so women, be careful, baby. Be careful. Um, but after that, my mom wanted to keep it private, because remember back there in the 80s and the early 90s, they was afraid, it was a secret, it was this, it was that. And
Yeah.
I really had to break my mom out of that. So we started an organization, me and my mom, where we began to help a lot of families that had family members or adopted kids that was living with HIV. And I have a kid right now. When I first started that organization, it was back in the late 80s. And she's like 23, 24. And I remember her being in the hospital and them telling her she's not going to live a month. She's 23 now.
Mm. Mm-mm. See that girl, Miss Tangela, you deep with it. I'm telling you, y'all, this is why this is necessary. Um, she's just deep with it and transparent, and because we can all probably got something we can relate or connect within our family structure, within our lifespan. We can connect to some of these things that Miss Tangela is telling us that she experienced, and we just may have not been had an opportunity to feel like I can be open and honest about these things. You understand? So I think we all lived through that AIDS uh, epidemic with when it came to that lifestyle back in that day. I had an uncle that I think passed away from that as well. He was living in LA, and no matter of fact, he didn't pass away from it. He took his life because he didn't want it to take him out and make him look like uh what it used to. If you have full blown, it'll make you look like a certain way, and he didn't want to go out like that, so he took his own life. This is this is real, y'all. Um, you got to have this type of transparency. Um, you got to have people who ain't scared to tell their story, tell their testimony, because what you went through, it wasn't for you to wallow in pity in your um own depression. But what you went through was to get you some to the strength you need to help somebody else get out of their depression. That's what God required of you, Tangela, and those of you that's in this chat. That's what He's requiring of you. He's requiring you to get the strength you need to help somebody else. And I think this is what this live has opened the gates for. Um, to add strength and um wholeness to your life. Tangela, you are a blessing, girl. I'm going. We're gonna come back and do this live again. I don't. I'm so glad it went this way because we took a detour and took a deep dive into Miss Tangela's life, and it's gonna bring us back to the politics side of things. And I think that this that that experience, this woman has experienced so much in life that she's fighting now for the causes in the remedies to help people that feels like their life is in despair, where they almost feel like checking up out of here. And she's fighting for those causes. And I think that she needs us to get behind it. You understand me? And not only is she's not even luring people to join her. She's just trying to educate people to do it in your cities and do it in your communities. And this is why her voice is necessary right now, especially in this area. So we Miss Tangela, if you don't mind, we gonna come back and we gonna I think we gonna have to stay right here for a little while and really um talk about
You're right, because let me tell you something,
yeah.
DM. Number one, I will never. I'm under oath, so I can't talk about people' business.
Come on.
But I will say this to you, man. Look at here. I get so many messages with people that have issues, problems. I mean, man, you'll be surprised of the things that people come to me with and what they're dealing with. There's so many people hurting, but I won't dare discuss their issues, their business. I won't let nobody know because, when I feel like I'm blessed, okay? I'm a little black girl, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you got a state attorney in Miami-Dade County, in Broward County,
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Tampa. They trust the hell out of me. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm an advisor to a police chief. So it's not my role to discuss people business, or I know this. I'm gonna give y'all a laugh. My niece Kim, I love you, baby. I'm gonna give y'all a laugh. So DT says to me, my director, manager, whichever one he is, because I get it confused. But he wants me to change my name on YouTube because sometimes we come on, we laugh, we might have drinks or whatever. The things I told DT is, and some of y'all can weigh in on this and tell me what you think. I don't live two lives. I live one life. And I don't give a damn if I have a drink and I'm on here because you know what? All them goddamn big people with those titles, I have drinks with them too.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do I have drinks with them, when holidays come, they send me bottles.
Right.
So I mean, I don't have I want to be me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be me. I don't want to be me, but then when I go on social media, I'm another person. I don't want to be that. All them know I love Tito. All them love Tito. Okay? So I mean, it is what it is.
What DT is saying, Miss Tangela? This is what he's saying.
Understand what he's saying, but just don't want to
Listen,
live two lives.
listen to me. Listen to me. What he's saying is that you have to protect your anointing. You got to protect your calling. That's what he's saying. So even if this is you, there's still the bigger picture is the calling on your life. It's bigger than the Tito's bottle, is what he's saying. It's bigger than anything that may help you ease some pain. It's bigger than all of that. Your calling is by God because some people would have been in the crazy house had they been through a half of the stuff you've been through.
Oh Lord, I know that's right. I don't even know it. I ask myself sometimes because the media asks me. I see YouTube is one thing, but I want you all to know I have a radio show that I do on Thursdays. I'm also on TV all the time. I do interviews all the time. Um, yeah, honestly, I'm gonna just say this to you, DM. Hell, me and them go out and have drinks out.
Right,
So
right.
my thing is, I'm just saying, I just want people to know I don't. There's some people, a saga. People
Mm-hmm.
live 3 and 4 different lives.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be me. I can tell y'all, let me tell you something. It was a couple of years ago. Remember when guys had trucks and they had all the sound in the truck, the music and all?
Yeah.
So me and my ex was together and I used to drive his truck a lot. And I remember when it was time for me to go to the state attorney office and go to the courts, they would be like, "We knew you was on the way up." I'll be like, "Ow, the windows are blown."
Wow.
But you know what? Listen, to get a message from your state attorney in the middle of the night, "I love you. I got your back. I'm with you." And I remember doing this Sega one time. That's why I had pulled out a long time ago. Somebody called the state attorney's office and they told the state attorney's office that I was on live drinking and I represent her. But the state attorney's office told them they have nothing to do with what Tangela do on her personal time. And they don't, because I get the job done. I get the job done.
Well, that goes to show you, Tangela, that you see what I'm saying. Um, it absolutely. I think what you're saying is exactly the case. That people are more. They're not looking at what other people may judge you for. They're
Because when I
looking
get
at
no, because when I get to
yeah.
the table, I know what the hell I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
they look at yeah, absolutely. They're looking at what
Not only
you
that,
know.
DM, can I tell you
Yeah.
another little secret?
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I deliver they votes.
Right. There you go. There you go. And but what we're saying it's almost similar to what
Love
how
you,
people
Mel. I love you,
it's
Mel.
almost similar how people treat me in the saga. They say D Ham, you don't you don't you don't sound good cussing.
You special K.
You don't what they said to me, you out of character.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me get on Mel. Why you
Go
in
ahead.
and out? Wait, Mel. Why you in and out? Cause you cooking.
She cooking.
Mel cook 2, 3, 4 o'clock
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
morning.
Special K, they prejudge you. They said, you out of character. See, that's where the scripture says, "Don't let your good be evil spoken of." But Miss Tangela saying she got it, y'all. She got this.
And God brought you in my
Yeah,
life for a reason.
yeah,
And
yeah,
we gonna do some great things.
yeah. It's gonna happen. I think that this live is amazing. I think you're just the we just touching the tip of the iceberg. And I mean,
I want to
you
go
just blew
somewhere
us away.
else with you. I want to go somewhere else with you. Just
Okay.
momentarily, I gotta go somewhere else with you.
Mm-hmm.
Cause me and you supposed to talk about relationships because you get the best advice in the world.
Oh wow.
You give the listen. Let me tell y'all something. When DM coming on and DM talk sometime, and I don't do this with everybody. Baby, I get a notepad
Listen at her.
and I take notes. Cause listen, this man is sharp. This man is sharp. DT, I mean, ask you a question. I'm calling you DM.
Yeah.
DM, let's go into this relationship portion here.
Okay. Let's do it.
So I know you have questions. I have questions. I love to hear things from a male perspective.
Let's talk about it. What? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you start it off, Tangela.
A lot of people feel that women are so jealous. They feel we jealous, but men are jealous. What's your thoughts?
Um. It it is normal. That's normal. But let me break it down. Women are territorial. Um, they want to be the apple of that man's eye. They want to be on the pedestal. Um, in their glory in that of that man is what they're looking for. They're not looking to challenge uh be or to it's almost like they don't want the man to have someone else in that woman's place. Um so so you may say, hey, the woman is jealous. No, she's territorial because she wants to be the main woman. She wants to be the woman that is loved by that man. Um can you hear me?
Yeah,
Um
I'm listening.
yeah, so you don't, women does not somewhat operates too much in jealousy. They operate in what belongs to them.
Manufacture of baby or me babies.
Yeah.
And
So
I want
so
I wanted them 35.
I can't hear you, Tangela.
Okay, that my YouTube it came on in another space, but go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, we could talk about the insecurity issues because that's deeper than the jealousy part. The insecurities is it comes from some type of pain or pre-trauma or something that happened early on in somebody's life. So they deal with insecurities. It could be in your childhood or something that broke the woman. But the jealousy portion, a real woman that is secure is not really jealous. She just wants to be in her rightful place. Um, it is imperative that women are put in a place where they're not competing with other women because they need to be secured in that area. The insecurities will come in is when men has taken advantage of them and then they allow somebody else has either taken fully advantage of them without their permission, or they allow other men to just and that's where you get women that just allow men to take advantage of them because they were broken in that area. um but jealousy is deeper. A woman that is jealousy may have more insecurities within themselves when it comes to who they are because they haven't found that secure place. You see what I'm saying? So the jealousy, most women admire other beautiful women. A woman that's secure, she can admire beauty in another woman. But what they normally do is put their past hurt onto the man, and then that's because they never dealt with the hurt or the pain that broke them. You see what I'm saying? So I think you got to separate those two things: insecurity and jealousy. You gotta break those up and see what we're actually dealing with. Are we dealing with a broken woman, or are we dealing with a secured woman who's secure about her position, or she just hasn't been secured in that place by the man? Or let me put it to you like this, Tangela. Are you married, Tangela?
I'm not married.
Okay, you're not married. And I think we brought
If
this up.
I was married, I probably would be going through a divorce right now.
Girl, stop it. I'm not laughing. Tangela, don't you turn this into that. Lord have mercy. But listen, when a man secures you, he secures you. And that's with the ring or without a ring. But the ring is the thing that comes and seals the deal. So if the man doesn't secure you without the ring, you shouldn't be looking for the ring. And that's what Tangela just said. Now go ahead, Tangela. Go ahead, girl.
I don't want the ring. Just, just leave me alone. No, relationships are tough, and I'll say this to you. You your DM? I don't know. DM dropped. Let's see. Where is he? Don't tell me his phone went dead. Relationships are tricky. They're very tricky. Because when you first meet a person, maybe the first 3 to 4 months is perfect, but then sometimes you learn that you're dealing with a monster. So we have to move things slow, and there you go. So what I said to him,
Uh-huh.
what I was saying was we have to be careful because especially now in this age of social media, we have
Uh-huh.
to be careful because we meet people, and the truth is the first 2 to 3 months
Right.
relationship is perfect. And then later on you find out you're dealing with a monster.
Lord have mercy. Okay. And you own it. You own it.
Well,
You
and I'm
own it.
not saying everybody now, 'cause there's a
Right.
lot of good men out there. Okay, when I look at DM, I look at DT, Cheese. I mean, we have a lot of great men that
Uh-huh.
exist. But I'm just dealing with the reality of us single women. We have to be careful.
Listen, we got Big Cheese in the house. Thank you, my brother, for being here. That's my brother. If y'all not subscribed to Big Cheese, y'all better go hit that subscribe button. He's right there in the room. Y'all see it, the chill room with Big Country Cheese. Y'all go subscribe. Um,
Oh hell, Cheese. That's
but
my
but
brother. That's
but
my baby brother. I love my brother.
but what Tangela is saying is accurate, y'all. And it's not me just agreeing with Tangela because she's up here. She's bringing up some valid uh points in dating, and and it's true. Just because you meet somebody or had laid down and had sex with somebody, that that probably was supposed to be a temporary encounter. But sometimes we make it something permanent that was only supposed to have been a high and by uh, um or whatever have you. But oftentimes we end up connecting to people who gave us the first impression, but
Yes,
the
Lord.
first impression was a disguise. It was
Yes,
not
Lord.
who they were. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Yes,
Tangela.
Lord. Yes, I'm just saying, yes, Lord. That's all I'm saying is yes, Lord.
Yes, it happens, y'all. This is why you are seeing so many divorces in this day and time, in this day and age. This is why you're probably seeing so many uh uh people not wanting to get married. Um, because or been married multiple times because of that same sentiment. They found somebody, had children with that person, or laid down with that person, and only to come to find out that you were never supposed to, go past a certain point. And sometimes we have been stubborn in that. We have been very stubborn. Instead of saying no, this is not for me, we stayed and we stayed and we stayed until we have limit our options. So we have to understand that Tangela is bringing up a valid point. Go ahead, my queen.
It's just it's difficult. And even marriage, because for instance, I don't know if I want to be married because I want everything that belonged to me to go to my granddaughter. And when death come in part with things, They turn against your family sometimes because they have all the control. So I said if I was to get married, I would have to write something out because everything of mine is my granddaughter's. I mean, that's just, I'm not gonna have no man fight my granddaughter. Hell, I mean, come on, that she's my world.
Well, Tangela, that's not a reason not to get married.
No, I
Hold
said
on,
if I do it,
hold on.
I would just have to do I would have to do a will
You got
thing.
to get a will. Yeah, you got to get a will, and then you have prenups. So there's ways around that. You have to get your will in place, and then there are prenups, and then there's an attorney that can write out the specifications that you are leaving on record. But that's very rare. Let me say that, Tangela, it's rare to hear a woman say what you just said, because most women will leave a man hanging because he presented a prenup, and that is problematic, y'all, because we can't even have an adult conversation prior to the marriage.
I feel
That
you, Mel. Mel, I feel you, baby. I'm scared too.
come on, come
And
on.
she's scared. That's how you know that's my sister. I'm scared too, baby.
Oh my God, we got women in here talking about prenup. It that that right there is a tough conversation, because I guarantee you, if we took a poll, we'll find more women that doesn't want to hear nothing about a prenup prior
Okay, so
to
all
the
y'all in
marriage.
the chat, if y'all would rather a prenup, put one. If you don't want a prenup, put two.
Come on, women. Is this
Come
for the
on,
women?
women. Now, women and men, but my women normally support me. You already know. Cheese and them already done schooled you.
Well,
That's my sister.
this is the truth saga, so you may get a lot more ones in this saga.
Okay, there go the one. There go the one.
You you may you may get a lot more ones in the truth saga. So this may not be a good polling place.
Ilana said two. Brittany said one if I was married.
Oh my God.
I already know Gorgeous was gonna say one.
Gorgeous, what's that one?
But even her,
Gorgeous, we ain't polling you,
even
Gorgeous. Get
said
out the
one.
poll. You done Jimmy rigged the poll.
That's right. Sis said if I ever marry her, it's a one. Right. I gotta write my stuff out. Listen, even with me having parents of murdered children, man, the things and even not just them, but even families that reach out to me to help them with things. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
the fights these families be in, I thank God, even losing my mom, losing my grandmother, losing my father. I mean, my family, we've never gone through anything. We've stood together strong and we supported everything. People, the media called me one day and asked me, and maybe some of y'all have seen this, and I'll post it. My son casket was a 24 karat gold casket. And
Mm.
the media asked me, why did I do that? And I asked them, why not? I did it for my mom.
Right.
Why not? Listen, that was the last thing in life I could do for my child. And I did what I wanted to do. I'm not hungry for money. Y'all see, I'm over 500 now. I could go on and get monetized, but I like to play music.
Yeah.
But I work. I'm a political consultant. I work. So YouTube is not my life.
Well, there you have it. Tangela, you are here for a different reason, and that is to um be uniquely who you are. You know what I'm saying? Without any restraints. And if you want to come play some music, I like the chill I like everybody connected to the chill room, y'all, because I don't want to see Miss Fee playing her music. Mr. Troy done been over there with his lovely companion playing music. And then I'm hearing you that this
Yeah,
is
but
what you like to do.
the problem I got with Troy and Mel, they play music 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. People be asleep. But when I happen to get up sometime and I hear it and I listen to it, but I be too asleep to talk. And then Mel at 3 or 4 o'clock, just like the other night. Mel in there cooking a whole dinner at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Lord have mercy. They don't have a maybe are they retired? No, Troy worked. So oh Lord, I don't know.
But what Mel do, I guess she want his food to be hot. See, that'll be a problem with me. That that will be another problem with me. Nigga, you getting off of work 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm asleep. I gotta go to
Lord
work.
have mercy. Well, I guess what works in his house is what's working. But hey, we can't. That's why I ain't been on a lot of Mr. Troy's lives. If they going live that late, I've been missing it.
Yeah, we all want to be with you, but he work in the evening though. He do though. He work, and it
He
be
said
like
they
that
playing the
time of night
bed
when
rock music.
he.
Yes, Special K. He ain't retired though.
It
I
be
don't
us
know what's
talking about
going
me.
on
I'm
over
talking
there.
about that's Troy. That's Troy playing the music, but baby, I hear the grease. That's you cooking.
They night owls. They call that nocturnal. They
They
nocturnal.
they past midnight hours,
Yeah,
okay?
they nocturnal over there. They don't have no clock. Look, man, this was a great live. Miss Tangela, listen. Before the hour get too late, I want us to kind of fall back, and I'm gonna drop the link, and I want people to come and give a 1 minute opinion on how they felt about this live. And
Oh yeah, that
we
would
gonna
be
come back and
great.
do it again. We gonna come
That
back
would
and
be
we gonna do
great.
this again, y'all. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
tell
drop the
us.
link.
Yeah, drop the link and y'all come up. Mel, you better bring your ass up. Drop the link and chill cheese. I don't know where you at because you go in and out with your because you in the truck. But he gonna drop the link. Y'all come and tell us what y'all thought about this live because DM and I are gonna be doing different lives, different topics, different subjects. But we want to know what y'all think about tonight.
Yeah,
So come on up, come on up. Don't be scared.
yeah, y'all come on up. We got 50 people in the building, and
Right.
a lot. And I want y'all to either you can either type your comment or you can grab the link, whichever one you feel more comfortable, and and just give us some feedback. Um, we want because I think this is
No,
just
the link is dropped. Gorgeous. He just dropped the link,
yeah.
baby. If go, you might be on my page. Go to DM page.
Okay, yeah. Good morning, gorgeous. You on Tangela's live. We were able to pull the lives together. Um, um, we got DTTV walked us through some stuff, man. I think that brother's dope. Um, and Miss Tangela's story. Oh my God, over. I don't want to mess the live up. Her story alone just blew this thing away. Listen, y'all, we gotta come back. It's so much. It's so rich. I think me and Tangela's owning something. I want to hear more. I want to hear more about this. I want her to retell it. I wasn't prepared. I want to do a live where she comes and retell this thing and give us some more information. Um, I think this woman has a man. She has a calling on her life. And we got to get ready to do our part. I'm not a political dude, but one thing I am is I understand um why people like Tangela is doing what she's doing because it affects us all. It affects us all, regardless of how we may want to look at it. It affects us all.
Right. Right. And let me tell
One of a
y'all
kind.
something.
Thank you for coming through.
And I'll tell y'all this. I got a call from a mother one day. Well, I get called from mothers every day, but over in Liberty City in Miami, there was four guys on a porch. And as they was on the porch, somebody came by and they shot him. They shot him up. And they
Mm-hmm.
even went on YouTube and bragged about it, that they
Mm-hmm.
shot them up. This is the thing. I mean, and they had pictures all over social media where they had
Mm-hmm.
shot these guys up. I deal with so many killings, I can't even remember if they black on black crimes not never solved, so they probably didn't find the killer. Um, but then like 10 minutes after that, up the street, there was another killing. And I'm gonna tell y'all, the one that gave me the most pain, there was a grandmother, an old lady, sitting on her porch, and they shot it up, and she was killed. But it had a lot to do with the activities that her children was doing out of the house. So take control of your house.
Come
Listen,
on.
my son, he used to trip me out because he would call me mom. I could come home. What the hell you calling me, asking me, can you come home? Come on whenever you want to come home. You got your keys. But I'm just saying, that's just still the respect that he had.
Mm.
So don't laugh at kids when they cussing at 2 years old, at 3 years old. Be careful of how you raising your kids, because let me say this to you. When they get 13, you're gonna be crying.
Come on. Come on. We
Sis,
got Miss
what's
Mel.
up?
We got Miss Mel on the platform. Hey, Miss Mel.
Hey DM.
Hey,
Hey
Queen. What's going
sis.
on?
None. I'm trying to see what pins, why you trying to bully me, sis? That's how you feel.
y'all start now.
Come on, she better do this, she better. I'm not messing, I'm tell everybody, I'm not messing with Miss Pan at all, baby. I love her to death, honey.
That's my girl. That's my sister. Don't be
yes,
haters. That's my girl.
yes.
She gonna cook me that. She gonna cook me that dinner. She
She
cooks.
said you cooking hot meals over there, Miss Mel. You cooking them. You making sure they
Oh
hot.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
but
whenever Mr. Troy need what he needed, he hungry, he hungry. We both
yes,
night owls, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
no, but
Hey, it is what it is.
she will not be cooking for me at no 3 a.m. in the morning.
Not
Oh
at
Lord,
all. You know, whenever you say you want to fight and you ready, and you tell me what you want, that's when I'ma start.
oh Lord, have mercy.
I got you.
So
See,
see, Ham.
I'm good with adjusting what people time, so that's
So
cool for me.
so DM, this is an example right here. Me and
oh,
Mel had an issue one time. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. And Mel got to be honest too. We was tipsy. We don't even know what the hell we were arguing about.
But see,
right.
this the whole thing. So let me say this real quick. This is the whole thing. Let me clear this all the way up
Cause you know they
because
all
it
out,
literally,
all out.
yeah, it literally was not even an issue. It was just a small situation, and even throughout the situation, the same night I was in the chat, and oh, I don't know what happened.
No, I hear you. We
Chaos, chaos. Okay, so it was just a small situation. You know what I mean? That I got annoyed about, and it was being spoken on in the chat so heavily. So the way that I addressed it, I felt like that I could have addressed it in a better way, no matter what. So
Mm-hmm.
the way that I addressed it, I didn't, I know that was out of my character. And then, I went in the chat the same night in that same chat. And I said, I apologize.
She
You know
sure
what I
did.
mean? I could have came to you in a better way. You
She
know what I
sure
Right.
mean?
did. She
And
sure
then she, and that was it. She came,
that
Okay.
Mr. Troy came into her chat and stuff, and she came back to his chat, and I told her, and I gave her nothing but love. Like it's
Okay.
nothing. I've never been that type of person. Never. All I do is I've always embraced people. You know what I mean? No matter what. Whoever came up in my chat, whoever came in the Detroit chat, if I'm there, you know what I mean? I embrace people. Like I'm not a people person as far as like communicating and stuff like that. But I am a piece of people person is when it comes down to I have no problem with anybody. Like I'm not
and
a
Okay.
I
troublemaker.
want to say this to
I'm
you.
not that type of person.
I
You
want to
know what I
say this.
mean?
I want to say this to you, Mel. Mel texted me today to let me know I love you,
Okay.
and I text Mel back to let her know I love her.
Okay.
Cause
Real
the
shit.
truth is, we never did nothing to each other. Yeah, we was drunk. Let's
No.
just put it out there.
Yeah, and I never accused her of anything. If I don't know where all of these narratives came from that we was fighting
Did,
over
did,
a guy. I don't do that. That
did
would
y'all
lower my
re-listen?
standard
Did
as a woman. I
okay?
would
Did
never do nothing like
let me ask y'all this, two ladies, you two ladies. It seemed like. Let me ask you this: you say you was tipsy, right?
Yes, we was.
Y'all
Okay,
admitting?
was
Hold on, Tangela. Let me ask my question.
okay.
I want to get it out. Were both of y'all tipsy on that live?
Yes,
Y'all
that.
admitting to that?
Yes,
Okay.
I was.
So
yeah.
is it fair to say that y'all didn't? Y'all probably need to go back and re-listen to that whole live and see how
No,
y'all
I
felt
don't
out.
want to re-listen to that laugh. I did it 2 times already.
Yeah,
I
I,
can know.
Yeah,
I
No, 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 no.
y'all see,
never
Oh,
went
Lord, have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
No.
we
Y'all
gonna
see.
be where we at right now. We ain't going backwards.
But that's why y'all need to leave it alone. Then
And that's
don't let
exactly why we
anybody
did
else.
because I'm like, I ain't got no
Lord
problem
have
with
mercy.
shoot.
I see. I didn't even
Baby,
think that
uh-uh.
neither one of y'all went back and listened to them lives. But thank
So
God you didn't.
be honest with you, can I give you a joke? Let me give you a joke.
Go ahead.
I didn't even know who she was talking to. He happened to say a name, and that's what pushed me. But I don't even right now today. I don't know why me and Mel went there, but me and Mel was tipsy that night. Things happen when you're tipsy, but you know what? We never did. I never went on live, talked about it. I never
Yeah.
went and talked about her. She never went public and talked about it. And she's right.
Sure didn't.
Come
Sure
in alive.
didn't.
And that's why we can come back together because ain't no bullshit out there. Now, other people might be putting bullshit out there, but we didn't put no bullshit out there. We didn't come at each other. And some people said, I got messages today. Why y'all waited till a month and a half? Sometimes, Troy, and
It's been like this. It's
but
always been like this.
but sometimes it takes a minute for you to calm down and then talk about it.
So wait. Maybe I'm lost. So how long?
But see, folks need to manage their business.
when did y'all patch it up?
This was a
We
couple of days, a day or two after the situation.
we
Oh, that's
patched
what I
it
thought.
up right afterwards, but we didn't go live
Yeah.
about it till the other night. But we patched it up right then.
Yes.
She apologized, I apologize, and she comes and
Yeah.
say hello to me. I comes and say hello to me her. She tell me today I love you, Ten.
Like,
I tell her today.
yes, like folks do not understand that just because some stuff happened right then and there, because it's not in their face, they think that okay, it's just now happening. No.
Right.
No, that's not what it was.
No, it
We
didn't start.
already had did our due diligence towards each other, from the get go.
Thank
We
you.
sure
Thank you,
did, and
Special K.
we was up
A whole month when it happened. It was just a couple of days after the fact.
right, and she
It wasn't none of that.
say hi to me. I say hi to her.
Yes,
Respect one another.
yes,
It's just the other day we decided to talk about it, and we can do
that's
that.
it. That's all.
We grown to do that.
Lord.
Hmm.
Well, listen. I think that's the good part about it, that you guys were able to, take your time, and y'all are able to express it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's a teaching, like you said, Tangela, it's a teachable thing. Um, to let people know that y'all are adults, y'all worked it out, y'all got through it, and it was on social media.
And hopefully other people, because they have so much drama.
It's just grown woman status. You know
Me
what
and
I mean? At
Mel,
this
Grown woman
point, it's
status,
definitely
which, yeah.
grown woman status.
hey, me and Mel in two different sectors, so it's so much drama. And you know what I felt? I felt
Yeah,
like maybe people will see what we did, and maybe it will teach people that they can
it's
release.
possible. Real talk. It's possible. You can just squash stuff. It's really not, stuff is not that serious. People can be, if people are allowed to be in their feelings, but to be able to hold a grudge, that's basically on you. That's on you to hold a grudge.
No, that's good. That's
If
good
I mean,
talk.
it's only so much that you can do. If you want to squash something, squash it. You know what I mean? And you can forgive a person and you go ahead and move on about your life. But if that other person don't want to and they not on the same level, okay, it is what it is. By all
Right,
means, do
right,
as you please. But
right. We
me
was
and Tangela, we just so happen to be not those type of people. You know what I mean? We not with the drama. We not on drama. We don't like to hold grudges. You know what I mean? We love everybody. You know what I mean? We want to be able to freely share our love and appreciation with everybody. And if that's hard for somebody else to understand, so be it. That's the you problem for me. That's
and
what it is for me.
anybody that got a problem that we connected, that's your problem. You got to deal with that, not us.
Okay. Okay. So basically, I think that is part of the journey in the Latrue saga as well. I don't know what sector Miss Mel is coming from, but in this sector, there has been a lot of fallouts, and there has been some people that came and rectified their situation. I think over here we still kind of need that, uh, so people can understand it's not that serious. We can get back on track, y'all. So
Damn.
Miss Mellon Tangela's telling us the truth. Go ahead.
Let me say this real quick. So me and Miss Angela, we really just came, from us communicating and stuff like that. We really just came to the point that we both was from or came from the same sector.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? So, that was a connection right there. We didn't know this at first, but when the situation happened between us and her guy friend, when she tagged his name was familiar to me. So I'm like, oh wow. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, this is weird. You know what I mean? So the time frame was different. It was different, you know what I mean, throughout that time frame. But at the same time, As far as when and that's I'm not going to even mention that because that's totally personal. But anyways, we found out that she was familiar with the same sector that I came from. And I'm not the only one that came from this sector, but I still been in this sector since the truth stuff started. I still been in this sector since it started from the beginning. Once everything ended as far as on Robert's side,
Yeah,
that's when, and that's when I made my page
that's right.
because it was done and over with. You know what I mean?
Right.
That from that point, everything was done and over with. And that's when I created my page. And hey, from that point, I've never on my page I never covered the Latrue at all. Period. You know what I mean? I based everything off of what was going on, what I wanted to cover, and that's what I do. Still to this day, I don't do anything about content creators, about no beef, no none of that stuff. It's about crimes and what's going on in real life. You know what I mean? So
What's the name of your
no
page,
matter
Miss
what,
Mel? What's the name of your page?
is
Is your name?
the name, yeah,
Okay.
my name.
Okay, gotcha.
No, no,
So
Mel. Say no, Mel. No, it ain't just your name. It's wait, let me find it.
It ain't keep it cutie with Miss
yes,
Mel.
Yeah,
it
keep
is.
it cutie, Miss Mel. If that ain't her goddamn name, that's
That
a
is my name.
yeah. But people will be looking for Mel. You got to say what the whole thing is.
But
God,
that's my page, boo.
That's what we.
That's my
So
page, boo.
it's keep it
keep
cutie
it
with Miss Mel
cute with Miss
podcast.
Keep
Mel
it cute. Keep
podcast.
it cute with
That's
Miss Neil podcast. Yes,
Okay, y'all
that's
see
so.
that?
Let me ask you a question.
mm.
Yeah. So what made you go with the you are cute now that you are you're a beautiful young lady. What
Thank you, baby.
they want me to change my name on YouTube. How did you come up with that Keep It Cutie with Miss Mel podcast? How did you come up with that?
I first started out with
Wait a
Cat
minute.
Town Talk.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was it you wasn't conceited, are you?
She not conceited at
Who,
all.
me?
Okay.
No, not at all.
All right. Well, I'm just
But
messing with
we
you,
Not
man.
at all.
are but we are
I love myself, trust and believe.
I'm just
You know what I
messing
hey,
with you.
but
mean?
Go
But
ahead.
DM, but
no.
DM,
Uh
but
But let me
are
say let me
we are cute though.
huh. Okay. Go. All
but
right.
it's not
I'm just
it's
messing with
not
you.
about looks. It's not
Okay.
about looks. It's about personality. That's what it's about.
Okay. Well,
So what
And
go
every
ahead.
and
Tell us. I interrupted you. Go ahead. Tell us, Miss Mel. How did you come up with your podcast name?
it's about personality. You
Uh huh.
know, I don't do any drama over there. My page is drama free. Anybody can come over there. It's a safe place. No matter what, I do have pretty much a lot of subscribers that came from the Latrue saga. But it's still a safe place for anybody that's interested into the real things that's going on in life right now. Current events and stuff like that. So me coming up with that name is basically as far as keeping the respect and like of course what it says, keep it cute. You know what I mean? Like just that's it. That's all. Keeping the respect. You ain't got to worry about this. You ain't got to worry about that. Like I do have mods and stuff like that, but literally my mod is they basically there
Okay. So they
because
ain't got to get rid of no
I've never
trolls.
had a troll. I've never had a troll in my chat at all. Period. So it's just open. You know what I mean? Like you really just come up in there, be yourself, and man, just do whatever it is that you do. You don't have to worry about no beef. You don't have to worry about nothing. Being judgmental or nothing like that because none of that has ever been covered on my page at all. Period. I may have said a couple of things or voiced a small opinion, when it had to do with the saga, but it never had to do with no content creator or nothing like that. But
but
as
she just
far as when
like
it has to
she
do, with
What she,
Brianna and Robert or something like that. I may voice a small, opinion about it, but there's never been a contact. That's
so let
it. That's
me
all.
ask you this. Let me ask you this, because you remind me of Cheese. You went on live the other night and say you was retiring.
Retiree. Wait a minute.
So retire from
Oh,
YouTube.
mercy. Miss Mel, you said that?
I probably did for real
Lord.
because Chad, I mean, because I follow everybody, y'all just don't understand. If I was in the saga with all of this stuff going on, you're following everybody. You're supporting everybody. And then at some point, you really just get kind of tired of a lot of stuff. Like, hold on, let me put my retirement shoes on real quick. Let me just go on and put my little footies on and go on and just lay up in the bed real quick or do whatever it is that I need to do so I can get my man together because at this point it's just a lot going on. I
It
can't
is.
bring everybody together, you know what I mean? Like
No,
I
yeah.
can't do this, I can't do that. So yeah, at some point, yeah, I would temporarily take a retirement at this point.
Well, you may be on to something now. I mean, a lot of people may
Shoot.
need to follow that
You gotta,
lead.
you gotta, you
Retire
gotta
from the
do
recruit
it.
saga.
Gonna let her
Look,
retire, but in the morning I'm gonna call her and we gonna talk about what she talked about on here, and we gonna talk about we gonna allow her to bring her story too. She ain't going
Okay.
nowhere. She ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Well, we
so
got you, Miss Mel.
my off day is Thursday, y'all. So I will
Okay.
definitely try to contact you, Miss Angela,
Tomorrow is not
tomorrow.
Thursday. Tomorrow is Wednesday.
No, she
Okay,
said her
I'll
off
be
day.
available
You said your
Thursday.
off
Oh,
day is Thursday, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
my off day,
yeah.
and I'm like that. Mondays is my off rest day, but somehow y'all YouTube people still get me.
Okay. Well,
I feel you. Well,
we gonna
we'll try
tie it
to figure
together.
something out.
We gonna
Yeah,
tie it
we gonna
Yeah.
together.
talk in the morning, and we
Well,
gonna
y'all
get
already know I'm a night owl, so like
AB.
come Thursday, whenever you're available, I'm open.
She
Okay.
be up all goddamn night, all night,
Lord.
all night long till 6 o'clock in the goddamn
But you
morning.
know what? I went to sleep last night, Miss Sandra. I went to sleep, and Troy got upset with me. Child, he was upset. I mean, he was big mad because he came in for work, and I already had the dinner ready. He didn't care nothing about that dinner. He was
Yeah,
mad because I
you,
went to sleep.
you be tired. You can't work the hours he work and be up
Yeah,
all.
I didn't get no nap. I did not get a nap last night. So it
Lord.
was just like I was up. It was a lot going on, and I look forward to my nap till.
TMI. Okay. Listen, y'all. We got Miss Mel on the platform. We have this live featured and also co-host by Tangela Sears. And I think we headed somewhere with this right here. These two women got a story, and not only that, but their social media um I think Tangela she don't claim to be an influencer, but they influencing somebody out here. So we gonna bring them back on, and we gonna redo this live. Um, and I want everybody to get ready to start sharing this live and be prepared for the announcement for the next time we go live and do this. Um, I want everybody to share this live that you want to hear these women's stories, that they're being very transparent, and also is leading to the calling on Miss Tangela's life, the things that she's doing in the community. So I think that your family members and everybody got to hear this. This is a a live that I think we just struck gold on. So I want everybody to share this live, share this
And
live.
also, y'all, when I tell my story, I really do want to invite any other angel moms to be able to come up and tell their story.
Wait a
You know what
minute.
I
Wait,
mean?
wait, wait, wait. Mel. You lost a child?
Yes, I told you that, boo. I lost my baby. He was 8 years old. My baby
So
been gone for 16 years. He just had a birthday, June 21st.
I didn't know that.
He would have
And
been he would have been 24 years old.
what I want to make sure is every May we do a Angel Moms retreat with Trayvon's mom. Moms come from all over the world. I want to make sure that you're there next May. I didn't know that you lost a child,
Yes, I lost my baby.
but we'll
we
talk about
And he
that.
was 8 years old.
we
He
gon' we
passed in 2008.
We're gonna talk about that in the morning. I'm gonna get with DM and we're gonna set up a time where you can come
That
tell
was
your
my firstborn child. That was my firstborn child, my firstborn son.
we
You know,
want you
and
to say
I have three of it.
we want you to save your story.
yes,
Listen, that
save your
it, the,
story.
the dates are 7 years apart between you two women. That's the number of completion. That is a ordained God sent number, a heaven sent number. We want y'all to get ready. We want y'all to pray for these two women, y'all. Keep them in your prayers as they become very transparent and vulnerable to social media as they are sharing their life stories. Um, I want y'all to share the live, and I want y'all to be prepared for the next time we go live.
Yeah,
This
once
is
I talk to
very
her in the
powerful.
morning, I'm gonna talk to her tomorrow, and then DM I'm
Yeah,
gonna call you so we can set another time up so she can come and tell her story.
we gonna get it. We gonna get it. Y'all, I'm so, and we want to fill the room up on the next live, y'all. So I want to make sure we do it at an hour where people can really come in and participate and really listen in.
Yeah, you
So
hear you see real spill Mel, you see it.
she said, "Go to bed, y'all,"
Mhm.
and she got
And
her
I'm
wrench.
not going to bed.
She got her wrench too,
Baby,
so
you
she
talking
ain't
to the
playing.
wrong person. Real spill. Mel don't go to sleep at night. She go to sleep in the
I
morning.
can't. I'm still waiting on Troy. And you better come hurry up and pick me up.
Lord have mercy. Well, y'all see what DT and Cheese got to deal with every night. Listen,
What
Lord have mercy.
did even give you a hard time, yeah.
Oh my God, we y'all something else. Um, I'm honored, y'all. I'm very honored to have been up here with y'all to have shared this platform. Thank you so much, Tangela, for all that you
Most
do and
definitely.
everything that you are. Thank you so much, Miss Mel, for coming up here, kicking it with us and your friend. And
Thank you
but
for listening.
yeah, we can't wait for the next live. We gonna put it together.
Yeah, we gonna put it together. I'm gonna call Mel in the morning. Mel,
Hold on.
go to sleep. Take
Latoya
your
said, please pray for me
hey,
also.
Mel,
I lost only
take
son
your ass
two,
to
3 years
sleep.
ago, and it's very painful. Okay, Latoya, we got you, girl. We got
And
you.
remember, y'all,
I told you the
my
story's about to start
information,
coming.
yes, my information, if
Oh
y'all
my
need to
God,
contact either one
Latoya.
of us, please
Oh,
come up on the panel when we do the next live. You know, if you are an
Latoya.
angel mom, please come on the panel. And if you feel like sharing your story, please come and share your story.
Yes, because
You
we
know,
encourage and motivate one another. Latoya, I'm sorry, I did not know you lost your child, but I'm gonna get with Mel in the morning. I'm gonna get with DM. We gonna set a time so we can promote it so that you all can come and tell your story.
Real spill, you a real one out here. Thank you for loving on these two sisters, and putting up with them. Absolutely, angel moms, Lord, we going in. We going in. We want y'all. They're setting the stage. So y'all be prepared to come and share in that next live with these two queens and these two wonderful sisters. We want y'all to come back
Come back.
and and they're setting the stage. This was the first of many. So we want y'all to come back and be a part of it.
Yeah,
Tanya,
because
thank you
Mel,
so much.
you welcome Mel have a story. So tomorrow, once I talk to Mel, I'm gonna get the time and day. It won't be no more than 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
And I want
Yeah.
Latoya, go to my Facebook and message me. Do it on the one with me and the little girl, because I'll never go to that other one. Um, so y'all can tell y'all stories because what we're doing, like I didn't know Mel lost a child. I didn't know you lost a child, Latoya. So there's so many
Yeah,
people out here.
I posted it. I posted this sis on my timeline. His birthday was June  21st, first day of summer. You know, I posted it on my community wall.
No wonder we was fussing because
His
hell, you
picture
was
and
dealing with a.
everything.
No wonder we was arguing. Hell, during that time, you be dealing with some man. Look at here. We don't always get along with everybody. We go through some things, man. We go through some things, but it's all in love.
That's
Um,
why I tell folks you never know what a person is going through because I can't and I'm not and I would never get involved in any type of drama. You know, I'm not a dramatic person, you know what I mean? Like I just cannot do that type of stuff at all. Like it takes so much energy and I use so much energy and there's so much energy that's being taken away from me because I still mourn my son. You know what I mean? And it hurts a lot. My kids still hurts a lot. You know what I mean? So I still deal with a whole lot. And I actually thought that, okay, maybe after some time, like, it's been years, years, over a decade,
no, it
and I still suffer and it
it
seemed like it get harder and harder.
it don't matter this because let me tell you something. This was the ninth year, and this year I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was this year, but this was like one of the worst years. I went into a depression from February all the way to the beginning of June, and I'm really still trying to get myself back together.
Well, yeah,
Well,
seriously,
we come against
seriously.
those depression.
We gonna talk about it though.
We come against anything that will make y'all withdraw to any
Yeah.
type of uh just low place. So we come against all those low places in
And
those
then we
desert
gonna be
places.
ready for you to end the live in prayer when we get done, cause we gonna need it, brother.
I
We is
got you,
gonna
girl.
need it.
I got you. Um,
So
we gonna do that.
tomorrow, so Latoya, just follow my page. Once I talk to Mel tomorrow and I talk to DM, within the next 24, 48 hours, we'll have a time. And I want you to come up and tell your story as well. I mean, because I'm not the only person lost a child, but I will say this to you all. It's very painful. Tears was rolling down my eyes the whole night as I was telling this story. I had to catch myself. But I know because people always tell me telling my story helps them. And
Yes.
I want to be able to help them because holding it in is going to kill us. Let it
Yes.
out. Bring
Yeah,
it
it is.
out.
It is. Mhm.
Okay. Well, I
Gotta
got y'all,
talk about
ladies.
it.
Thank y'all so much. This was been a
Yeah.
just a powerful, empowering live. Thank y'all so much. We're gonna get ready to end this live, but we want y'all to be prepared for the next live and and be attentive to the next announcement. Real spills. She said, "Go to bed, please. Don't call me tonight." Pretty much what Real Spill is
I'm
saying.
calling you as soon as I get off this goddamn line.
Okay, Brittany. I'll go ahead and end it with a prayer. Um, I'll end it with a prayer. Are y'all ready, ladies? We're gonna go ahead and pray, and then we're gonna go ahead Is there anything else you want to say, Tangela, before we pray?
No, we can go on and pray and close out.
Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all so much, those that are here. Um, dear Heavenly, I think I hear some noise. Y'all got to mute. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for this live. We thank you for Miss Tangela. We thank you for Miss Mel. We thank you for the hearts of these ladies, the the very uh, encouragement that they gave us tonight. We thank you for them being just obedient in this moment, in this hour, that they've been willing to be vulnerable and open and honest about the things that they've been through, the things that they lived through, their experiences. God, we thank you for this live for so many reasons, because it came at a time where it was so difficult to put together, and times were changing, but the very message still was on time. It was still on point. And we thank you for being in this live with us tonight. We thank you for how you've opened our understanding, how you brought us into a just a deeper place of self, God, and self worth. God, we thank you now for what you're doing in this two ladies in their lives. As Miss Tangela continues to find her calling and move into her purpose. God, we thank you now that they will not slip into any depression, any state of downward low places. God, we call you right now, God, to and keep these ladies lifted, keep them protected, keep their mind stayed on you. God, we come against any enemy that will bring division and harm and grief to to their life, God. God, as these women grieve their children, God, we thank you now for what you're going to do with their stories, how it's going to affect millions of people, how it's going to bless so many women that have lost children, and men that have lost their sons and daughters. God, we thank you for what you're about to do and how it's going to impact lives across this country. This woman's about to start a a revolution, God. These women is about to spearhead and trendset so many things that women are voided in their lives. And God, they're going to bring women to a healing place, a place of healing in their journey. And God, we thank you now for what you're going to use this social media for, how it's going to enter homes that we have no knowledge of. And it's going to bless people. It's going to bring families together. It's going to bring husband and wife closer together after losing their child. And it's going to let them heal together. God, we thank you now that it's going to bless houses, and it's going to bring the people out of low places, low self esteem, lowly bar places, God, and it's going to bring them to the king's table. Thank you so much for this live. Thank you so much for the people who attended this live tonight. Thank you for all the people that had interacted in the chat. God, we thank you for those that came and slid by and said hey and left. Everyone that came and participated, thank you for their participation and their obedience to be in this live tonight. Thank you so much for the woman that's also in the chat says she lost a child. God, we thank you for the stories that are coming out of the woodworks, because these women need inner healing. They need to be set free. They need to find peace of mind. God, we thank you now that the enemy's attack on their lives is now null and void. We render the devil powerless now that these women are set and the captive free with their story. Thank you so much. Now, God, we ask for a hedge of protection to be around these ladies, be around their families, be around their relationships. In the name of Jesus, we pray. And every heart and mind say, Amen and amen.
Amen. Amen.
All right.
DM, I just want to say before we leave, I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
really
so much.
appreciate you. You're so, I don't care what you've been through or what people come out after you on. You're such a positive individual. And I love that about you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Tangela. And you are also a woman of to be reverenced and honored and uh oh and we thank you we just thank you for the you know for who you are. I think
Just
we are getting
pray
to
for me.
know
Just pray
Tangela.
for me. Keep me in
We
your
getting to,
prayers
we
because
getting to
it
know
ain't easy.
Tangela.
Keep me in your prayers. It's
I
not
got you, girl.
easy.
I
It's
got
not
you.
easy.
I got you. We got you. And Miss Mel, we thank you for coming. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. And Tangela, you got me. So
Y'all
just let
have
me
a
know.
good night. I'll call
Okay.
you tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay. Got you.
All right. Take
All right
care.
now.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.